Oh, hello! Oh, good. We still have the YouTube video up. Hello. Welcome. We're back. It is December the 19th, which is apparently a very important day. It's the affiliate anniversary for this channel, for me. Man, oh man, oh man. That means we became affiliated December 19th. 2 years ago, I guess, which is a little bit effed up to think that it's been 2 years of... Oh, 2 years of being an affiliate, 3 years of doing these streams almost. John Spatch says, hello, happy anniversary. Your mic is very hot? Oh, that's weird. Well, let me see if we can make that not as hot. Thank you for the heads up. Bo, 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 bo. That's weird. I wonder what's different. What if we did it... That's still pretty hot, actually, isn't it? What if we just put this at 0? How's that? If we put it like there... That's a little bit more comfortable, huh? A little bit less peaky, maybe? Evocator says, I said it better. That is better? Okay, cool. It's still a little hot. That's weird. I literally didn't change anything. I wonder if there's like a different driver or something. Who knows? Anyway, welcome back. It's the Streamiversary. We're here. It has been a tradition in the past on New Year's on this channel that we rank all the games we played in the last year, but I think it's better if we move this tradition to the 19th because then we can do other things on New Year's, basically. Windows loves to be changing settings on you. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Man, oh man, oh man. We don't have as much prep, admittedly, for this year than we've had in previous years. In part, I did a whole gauntlet of job interviews today, so I'm a little fried, a little exhausted from that. But let's get into it. Let's see what we can. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah. So if you know Tiermaker, you know how this works. We're gonna go through all of these little games that we played this year. We're gonna put them in an S through D tier. And that will let us know which were the good games and which were the bad games. Starting up with Babam, Bioshock. So we technically did play Bioshock last year. I think we played it... We started it before the new year. Here's my ranking every game we played in 2022. But we were not done with it yet. So I'm going to count it. We get to rank it a second time. Giant Badger says, live stream your job interviews without disclosing it to your potential employers. I bet they would love that. Just as a side note, a really weird thing about this channel is, well, first of all, it's weird because I forgot that, like, at the beginning of this year, hello, Rangoet. At the beginning of this year, we were still using the green screen. Look. And then I didn't give up using the green screen until, gosh, until we played Signalis, I guess. And then I was just like, I'm sick of it. People always complain that my head is in front of some part of the screen that is important, and we can't show the chat on screen this way, so we put in the little template. But I kind of like the way these thumbnails look with my little face on them in the corner. Redwitch says, just want to mention your Dreamcore video is only out a year and a bit, but it's one of your more a day and a bit, but it's one of your more popular videos. It's probably something that people are searching for. I did see that. Giants Badger says, literally no one ever complained about your head. I bet that that's true. I bet that nobody ever said that your head is in front of the thing. Anyway, a really weird thing about looking at all these thumbnails, though, is you can see the various beards that I grew over the course of the year, and, like, demi-beards as well. It's like here, I'm clean-shaven, and then, you know, within... Oh, I got a haircut there. But then here I have, like, some kind of a beard again. That's definitely, like, a beard happening. And then, but it gets reset periodically. Now it's shaved off here, it looks like. And then, yeah, it's totally like trimmed off there. But then time goes on and another beard comes back and another haircut. It's just a really weird way to look back at the year. Anyway. Remember when you made yourself a Zoom beanie? Oh yeah! Evocator says, bring it back but play a random YouTube video or something. to watch it over. Forget games, beard tier list. We actually probably could do that. We could look back. That'd be a funny tier list to do, actually. Just go and look at these thumbnails, and we could do a thumbnail tier list. Ragbot says, Dreamcore is a game with very little content on, but fans who really like it, I think. That's the impression that I get, too. I think that there are some people who are super into that game and want to watch lots of people play it and see what their reaction to it is. Anyway, so our first game, though, of the year is BioShock. Let's rate this one. Stream your last stream behind your head every time you play. Infinite Piotr. Oh my gosh. Piotr random superhero, comic, or card game lore list tier. So I was thinking about, because one of these items is the Humbug Rant, which if you remember the Humbug Rant, what a thing that was. The Humbug Rant is here, but it's not included in the tier list. Here clicks of the day tier list. Oh my gosh. Anyway, BioShock gets a B from me. There are parts of the game that I really liked. By the end of it, I was pretty ready for it to be over. The Humbug Rant will live in my heart forever. Still, it's still my second favorite version of A Christmas Carol story. Karen, obviously Karen tier. Karen with her own tier. Oh my gosh. Anything else to say about these videos? I don't know. Just that it's weird to look back and see those thumbnails, which IMO look. I don't know. I like the background that we have. But what do you call it? The template? The overlay. Rangwet says BioShock is C or D tier for me. It's so bland and unoriginal. That's my personal rating. I think that, in fairness to BioShock, I think on consoles there were not as many games like BioShock when it came out. I think that games like BioShock had been really kind of mainly on PC. And so I think at that time it was like when it came out in 2007, I think it was seen as very groundbreaking for that reason. But I also agree with you that looking back, even compared to older games, I don't feel like there's that much to it. Ringwood says, I have a bias against linear games. Yeah, definitely. And certainly on console there have been better things like it since then. Talking of another old game, the next thing we played was Giant Citizen Kabuto. I think this is the best that my hair and beard looked at the same time. Was somewhere around here for the whole year. So that's pretty rough because we're only like 2 months in. A lot of that era is that with the boom. Oh, is with the boom in gaming popularity. That's true too. Yeah, games coming much more into the mainstream. Anyway, it was Giant Citizens Kabuto was the next game we played. This was a really weird one. But I liked it, actually, a lot. I'm tempted to put it at the A tier, honestly. A game that really super feels like they ran out of money. The last third of the game is a lot worse than the first 2/3. But, I don't know, there's not a lot like Giant Citizen Kabuto. I'm really glad that we played it. Ooh, that was a me request, says Giant Spatula. And Ringwet says, oh, Giant Citizen looked fun. The gameplay didn't look too cool, but the writing and style was fun. Yeah, that's true, too. It definitely had its very own kind of unique identity and flavor. Banger game. Deeply weird. Deeply weird. Let's see if we can keep the deeply weird thing going. So actually, sorry, just a meta comment before we keep going. Every year we've done this, we've had fewer games to rank. And so it is possible. Hey, Arrakis, thank you so much for the sub. Giant Spatch says, I'm excited for you to put Starship Titanic in the F tier. We'll see. Mercy. Anyway, we have fewer games to rank than ever before, so we might blow through this. We'll see. We'll find some activities to do if that should be the case. Anyway, speaking of, I think this was actually recommended by Arrakis, and maybe it was Evocator. And is also very deeply weird, is I'm going to die if I don't eat sushi. And I could not find on Google image search like a title for this game, like a title card, so here's just a screenshot. We need double SS tier for Starship Titanic. We could invent a new lower tier, you never know. Oh yeah! I'm gonna put I Dream of Sushi at B. Rax says, oh yeah, I think it was me, lol. And Rangoet says, oh man, I need to watch the stream of that sometime. The name is insane. It's S Whooshy tier. I'm going to put it at a B. I think it's a very, very good version of what it is. But it's hard for me to put it next to Giant Citizens Kabuto. I had a good time playing it. We played it to the end. It was a great one-stream game. I think that exactly sums it up. And honestly, it should be proud to be put right next to BioShock as an equally good game. Fantastic. Anything else in these little clips? That was, the Humbug Rant was Call of the Sea. Okay, is our next game that's coming up. So after this, we finished Giant Citizen Kabuto, and we played Call of the Sea. This was the one that was kind of puzzles, kind of like a Call of Cthulhu Lovecraftian angle to it. You turn into a fish person. For me, it's between B and C tier. I imagine we'll probably bump it up before the end of this stream. Oh, there were fish people? Deeply okay game, IMO. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at C right now, but don't you worry, Call of the Sea. I think there's a good chance you'll get bumped up. I'd go C. Call of the Sea. Oh my gosh, it's nominative determinism. Anything else to say about Call of the Sea? This is when we had the humbug rant, which actually, let's just watch the humbug rant. My lo-fi chill beats to play Twitch to. Please, be quiet. Make a deeply okay tier. You should remake the tiers. And Evoker says, I can't believe I missed that. Okay, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna react to it in just a second, and I'm gonna be very embarrassed. But first, actually, let's rename these tiers real quick, because I think that's the way to do it. This is going to be superb. A is going to be awesome. B is gonna be basically good. C is going to be competent. And D is going to be don't wanna play D's. Piotr reacts to Piotr. Rangoet says, if only I could redeem the bear joke mid-rant. Alright, now let's see this. And we might have to fuss with some volumes and stuff to make this work. But this is the humbug rant. It's 24 minutes! We can't watch it for 24 minutes. Let's watch a selection from the humbug rant. I talked about humbug for 24 minutes on stream? Oh no. Rangoet says, yes, I said it's long. So the Trist is a comic about a man who is a high-powered drug dealer or drug kingpin. Araka says, I was watching Spirited and was thinking of humbug the whole time. What if we, you truly did lol. What if we speed this up? Okay, follow me on this. What if we go 2 times speed? This is why we stay, not for the games, but for the insanity. Turn it up. Okay, tone it up. Let's do. Yeah, we'll just blast it. I'm gonna blast you all with this, and then we'll adjust it from there. And basically, who the short version is he dies and comes back to life with all of the powers. Oh, this is better. Fast. But it's all edgy. So he like turns the lemonade, a little girl's lemonade stand, into champagne, and let's zoom out a little bit. Let's take a look at this guy. He turns one gun into a bunch of guns. He brings a kid back. Humbug Ranch is Goody 2023. I've mentioned this before. Yeah. Okay, so talk about Trist. One of the really interesting things about this comic, though, is how little information there is about it. I looked to try to find more information about it. It doesn't seem. Okay, we can skip this. This is just talking about the Trist. We can. Okay, here we go. Also named A.J. Gentile, wrote a series of comics that were compiled together into a paperback called, trade paperback called Humbug. There's Gentile. This unintentional goal with Devil Seed. It really enhances saying this right. I know this is not a totally uncommon name because there's this other guy who also has that name, and like there's a whole 10 years apart. Like, how can I be sure that these are the same guy? And then I read the synopsis of Humbug, which is basically what if Ebenezer Scrooge and Bob Cratchit and Ebenezer's nephew Fred and some other characters from A Christmas Carol, what if after A Christmas Carol they became the Ghostbusters? And I said, oh no, it's the same guy. This is the same mind that conceived of the Trist 110%. Rainbow says, remember when Game Theory gave the Pope Undertale? Somebody needs to do that with this. Brogy Frank says, but why did you search for an important presentation? I didn't want to show my file system that was up here. And then I said, I thought it meant Gentile. It's Gentile, not a name. And Rat says, that's a great concept for a comic, TBH. I thought so too. I thought it was kind of funny, which is why I picked up a copy. There it is. And I read it. I read Humbug. So they made 5 issues and then compiled them together here in kind of one complete arc. And I wanted to bring up Humbug. I wanted to just do a little book report on one really particular aspect of Humbug that I got a big problem with. So if you read next we have to react to you reacting to the Humbug rant like Bo Burnham does inside. But anyway, so probably you see a lot with independent comics, among other things, is just, I don't know if it's something with the medium of comics that's difficult or whatever, but a lot of times it's hard to tell like when things happen. Like we'll move from scene to scene and it can be hard to convey, I think, in a comic book how much time has passed or like what order things are happening. Maybe that's worse. Around from different characters' perspectives a lot and stuff. Does the Trist make a cameo? No, unfortunately. Right, I still stand by giving the Pope the Trist if I ever get an opportunity to give him a gift. At the end of the first issue, so they go to an opera house and they fight a ghost, and the ghost leaves behind this chain link, okay? And we know A Christmas Carol, so if there's a ghost and a chain link, we all know what that means. But the characters in this are like, what could it mean? There's a chain link. We don't know. And like it's dumb, but I'm willing to suspend my disbelief and be like, well, maybe it's been years since A Christmas Carol originally took place, and so they don't make that connection there. Remember, says, Scrooge turning around to hunt the ghost he meets as a business feels like the opposite of him learning lol. Yeah, so remember this though. So this is the end of the first issue. They find this chain link, and Brogy says is going to drain the wine from your bread if you know what he means. Oh no. That is accurate though. That is the kind of line that would be in it. But anyway, so the second issue opens, and it takes place at the end of the story of Christmas Carol. Right? You're just experiencing how we perceive you normally. Scrooge goes out. Rainbow says, I think this is how you declare war with the church, but worth it. Excommunicated. Where this is a really bad
bad scan. He meets a fourth ghost, and he's like, he can't read this, but he's like, a fourth ghost? I thought there were going to be 3 ghosts. And there's this really confusing scene. The ghost doesn't say anything to him, but he's just like, yes, I understand. And what we take this to mean is that this ghost has somehow, I guess, without words, conveyed to him that he needs to become a Ghostbuster. And so that's what he does. Rebecca says, wait, it takes place after Christmas Carol. I see. Well, that's kind of an interesting question, because the next scene, right, takes us to Scrooge. He's at a bar, he's drinking. We didn't take a picture here, but he's like buying everybody drinks, giving away pound coins. And so I assume, because this is literally the next page after this, I was like, okay, so that's the night after the morning the Christmas Carol takes place, right? Arrakis says Scrooge is way younger than I expected. Is this the same artist as Trice? It's not the same
Arrakis
artist,
says,
but
remember when we discovered the identity of AJ Gentile?
Oh, that's interesting.
I forgot he's Daniel Craig.
Oh, yeah. So I assume this is the morning, he's a changed man. That night he goes out and parties and he's really generous, whatever.
Piotr exists
right?
only in 2x time.
There's a scene there's some other stuff that happens that's kind of unrelated. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Basically, we both saw that little. Basically what happens is he goes to bed, he wakes up late the next day, his maid brings him some dinner, and she like pulls the lid off the tray, and it's not his dinner, it's a little bat monster, whatever, okay? So he and his nephew Fred, who you might remember from A Christmas Carol, catch the ghost thing. I should take more pictures.
It's company like made the virtual boy?
Yeah,
he runs a toy company.
And there's a train in its place.
And he
made then Scrooge said something that blew my mind.
Vampire truck
a second Link nephew to match the one from the Opera House.
I can't remember what it's
called.
called.
This infuriated me, because this would seem
maybe we don't need to see the entire rant. Let's just skip to the end.
He saw the 3 ghosts of A Christmas Carol, but then was he...
Let's go to the end here. I think you may be right. Let's get like the last 30 seconds. I just want to see how this ties up. Oh, this actually is this is a good ending. This is really great. He says about his own weird video.
Why does it have to happen in 1848? Oh my god. Anyway. What do you think they're gonna do in New York? Move into a firehouse. Oh yeah. And the name of the boat, Titanic. Honestly, wouldn't be.
Oh wait, we missed the big reveal. We missed the big reveal. Oh yeah, what was that weird cartoon? It was like vampires, VAN.
So the whole thing.
Evocator says, "Oh my god!"
When he's gonna fight Jack the Ripper, right? And that's why they had to have all this crazy time nonsense. Doesn't make sense. Characters' ages are all wrong. And Jack the Ripper says, "Okay, so he must have Dickens, but Jack the Ripper is Simon Saint." And Sam the Geek says, Jack the Ripper, boy, because it would be cool. It would be cool if you fought Jack the Ripper. Sam the Geek says, "Clear Presentations of Tom Clancy novel about the drug wars." Well, so here's the worst thing though. So we're setting up the sequel. Now CIA interferes in Latin America, and it always goes poorly. I have heard that it always went poorly. The worst thing is, when I told you that this was the last page of the book, I actually lied. Because
the power glove, that's what it was. I swear to God, this
is true, is all the humbuggers arriving in New York. So it wasn't going to happen in the next book. It was setting up something to happen in a book that was going to be after the next book. And how that they thought there were ever going to be 3 of these, I cannot imagine. That's the end of the presentation. This book, the hubris, there's so many things they could have done. They could have not had the time travel, not had Jack the Ripper at all.
That's the presentation, he said 3 minutes before the end of the presentation. Okay, I don't think we need to see any more of this. If you're interested, the link is there, of course. But what a time of my life. Now, I try to not blast everybody's ears when we turn the music back on. Let's see. Oh, wait, we need that. We need that. How do I unclose the tab I just closed? Ooh. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to just cut to a different view while I just don't want to show my account information. Let's just do this real quick. If I go... Amazing facepalm. Humbug S tier for spooky ghosts. Oh yeah, let's see. We should put it in actually. Okay, history. How do I? Is there not like an? Okay, the humbug rant. Piotr Bizzle YouTube. Great, that'll do. Take us back. Great. Bam 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 bam. Yeah, let's put humbug on the list. Can I just grab this? I think we could do this, right? We can just go doot. I can do this. Petey, use your eyes to see the humbug rant. There it is. Can I say... Oh, we're going to have to cut away again real quick. You can enjoy my big face while I do this. Save image. Save it as humbug. And then in the tier list, we're going to choose an additional file. Can I do this? Will this... Oh no, don't make it a WebP. Wow, it's a GIF. Okay. Humbug G for Gentile tier. No, Humbug is going in Supoib. That's crazy. It becomes a little GIF. I didn't do that on purpose, but I like it. And now this will be just a distracting thing here for the rest of our presentation. The out of place GIF fits well. Perfect. Anyway, another game that I'm pretty sure was recommended or requested by Arrakis, which was the next thing that we played after Call of the Sea, was Yo Noid 2. Where is it? Yo Noid 2! Humbug G for GIF. It would be funny if the GIF was the entire 24-minute rant. Oh yeah! Can we add another tier? Can I go add a row above? G. GIFs. Bam. Hey, Soul Foundry, welcome, says, my Grubhub was just dropped off over a block away. No! I know so because I walk by that door all the time. Oh, and you could see it in the picture they left? That's brutal. Remember, says I saw Yonoid streamers. Yeah, Yonoid 2 was cool. It was like a speedrunner game. And we got some help from an actual speedrunner who showed up in chat, as I recall. I'm gonna put it at awesome. I really like Yonoid 2. There were some parts that I was frustrated at, obviously, but we were able to get all the way through. Arax says, oh yes, I requested Noid and Giant Spatial requested sushi. Ah, but at my transitive request. Got it. So you can still take some credit for that. I don't feel bad for crediting you. Ringlet says, maybe I should watch some replays of that. That seems fun. It's fun and free. Yeah, it was a good one. Okay, then we played Peglin. Okay, so we all know Peglin. We know it's Supoi, but we know it's one of my favorite Cool People games. A Cool People game being defined as a game that you can come back to any old time. I wish they would make more updates for Peglin faster. That's my only note for Peglin. I want there to be like, I don't want it to be balanced. I just want there to be more content, even if it's not balanced. Ringwet says, oh, free, nice. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Citation needed. But anyway, we know that is a known quantity on this channel. Soulfinder says, my shoes are on. I'm on a mission. My phone is coming. Godspeed. Bam, 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 bam. I didn't even know you did Bioshock 2. Yonoid is in fact free. Ah, nice. We did do Bioshock 2. I think we did it for one day. Bioshock 2 is a game I was really surprised by because I played it. Yeah, we didn't even play it for the whole stream. No, we played it for 1.5 streams. We started to play it, and I was like, this feels like worse than Bioshock in every way. And I barely wanted to finish playing Bioshock. I definitely don't want to play a worse version. And I was really surprised because I went and looked up reviews afterwards, to be honest, because I wanted to make sure it's not like, oh, the beginning is bad, but then later it gets way better or something like that. And I looked, and like, it was very well received. Everybody was like, this is better than the original in every way. The press that I found at the time that Bioshock 2 came out was like super positive. So I don't know. It made me feel like I was losing my mind to read it because it was just way more linear, way more, I don't know, way less interesting to me. Bioshock 2 is merely competent. Bioshock 2 is just Bioshock 2. True. But it's more of a, it's less of like a Spider-Man 2 and more of like an Iron Man 2, if that makes sense. So let's see. So then we played some more Peglin. Then we played Golfy. Golfy is a deck-building roguelike golf game, which I seem to remember liking okay, but I don't know. It was kind of hard, or the controls were bad or something. To be honest, Golfy did not make a strong impression on me. I'm going to put it here at basically good, but it's like between a B and a C. Ringwitz is interesting. A lot of what I heard of Bioshock 2 is just more Bioshock and that's it. No real additions. Yeah, I didn't care for it. And Giant Spatch says, Soul Foundry wants you to play Bioshock Infinite, which I am also partial to, but may have rose-colored memories. I would check that out. That seems different and interesting enough. Maybe we should try to put it on the docket sometime soon. Bam, bam, ba, bam, bam, ba, bam. Oh, the next game we played was Unworthy. Unworthy is a game that we had attempted to play multiple times on the stream before. We did it as like a new game Wednesday way back in the day, and we played it a little bit on like a Saturday or something one time. But it was this game that like, it was really hard. I was worried it wasn't going to be a good game to stream because I was going to be like stuck the whole time. But it just was living in my head rent-free literally for years. And so I was like, let's come back. Let's play some Unworthy. Evo Kidder says, I do care about Infinite. And Rangwet says, Bioshock Infinite, I saw a stream of it. It looks worse than Bioshock. A kind of shallow story and writing and very samey gameplay. And Giant Spatch says, Bioshock Infinite has bad politics but good music. And Bioshock 2 was extremely more Bioshock for your bio buck. That's what they called money, right? Back in those days. Yes, I believe that's correct. And Rangwet says, I also keep seeing videos of people who loved Infinite, then returned and was like, yeah, this mid AF. Oh, maybe rose-colored glasses are a thing for Infinite. But anyway, Unworthy was a game that I knew I wanted to come back and play at some point. I kind of had in my head that maybe I was going to play it off stream sometime, but the cold hard truth is every time I tell myself I'm going to play a game off stream and finish it later, I never go back to it. So this was the only way I was going to play this game. And I liked it a lot. We played all the way through. We got the bad ending, I think. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. Soulfinder says, mission accomplished, including refund. Hey, congratulations. Free barbecue. Araki says, Bioshock Infinite plot, not good, but music and gameplay was fun, I think. And Evocator says, Infinite has such good music. Lots of really fun covers. That might be enough to look into it. And Rangwet says that final boss was brutal for Unworthy. I do kind of remember that. And John Spatch says, Piotr, have you ever got the good ending in a game on stream? God, I don't think so. We're going to talk about another game with multiple endings later.
I'm not going to the garden.
Can we... Is that final boss fight here? Or is this... Did we go back through and try to do it again? I just want to see if we can see that final boss fight here. Would be maybe fun to watch. Spooky Ghost Zone. That seems like we finished it. Okay, we're fighting a boss there. I can see it as I'm scrolling through. Rocky says, I bought Unworthy and tried to play it and got my ass kicked repeatedly. The beginning is really hard, though. Because you don't have as many, like, options and you don't have as much health. It's super punishing at the start. I think it's a game that actually gets a little easier as you go on. Evocator says, they even patched out the cheese for that boss on Unworthy?
Humanity lost. I do wonder, little lamb, was it worth it? No, probably not.
Did we win? Wait, when?
Not that good.
This game's not that good. Did we play through it? Maybe this was going through a second time or something? I can't remember. It's okay. We won't look it up. I'm going to look one more time. I lied. Oh, maybe we found the optional boss? Did we beat him like right at the beginning of the stream? Now I'm just not sure. This is a place where it would have been good for me to prepare this ahead of time. Bam, 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 bam. Do I say at the start, like, oh, we're going to fight the final boss?
Brogy Frenzy says,
Not useful. Not useful. Where's the information? I feel like we'd be able to see that boss fight here. Maybe this is us coming back a different time and trying to do this? I don't know. I'm about ready to give up. Rangoet says, remember when he did Fury and somehow got the clear bad ending? Listen. It's fine. And Giant Spider says, how many light snacks for an evil Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough? No, I'll just try to do a good one and oh no, it's St. Piotr's Finishing School for Tough Games. That is a very good very good stream title with excellent SEO. Okay, this is what we do. We're gonna look for the last time that we fought that dude. So this was us looking for the weird bonus stuff. There's the credits. After we looked at this sick hero clicks. Oh, he looks great! Stream title tier list. That would be a very funny tier list. Because there are some that I feel very not positive about. Negative even, one would say. Faith. Filth cleansed. Okay, is this it? We'll just watch an attempt.
Oh, Muse says, I think Piotr was thinking of Midna. That is who I was thinking of, yeah.
Piotr is that meme of Obama giving himself a medal.
Oh, we got him with the bow. You know what's gonna happen though? We're gonna walk to the next room. Oh, hey, there's the bell.
Oh, I'm wrong. That was right after we beat him.
I have some pieces of the bow.
Okay, Sin Returned is probably like the beginning of this run.
That's it. That's all the bow we get. It's already going really
Did we cheese the boss? I feel like we did it legit.
easy.
Maybe this isn't as interesting to watch as I thought it was going to be. He's going to have a second form, right?
Combo. Ow.
Look how focused I am. Jeez.
Staying really in control here. Ow. I didn't feel very in control about that.
God, look at how... Oh, we have potions, though.
Always do that.
You have to pretend you're an esports commentator.
We dodge the lasers.
Oh my god, he's still playing computer games. Oh, that wasn't it.
Yeah, keep dodging too early on those big slide attacks.
There was a rare tryhard Piotr moment. I think you were stuck at it at the end of the last stream. I think you're right. I think that sounds right. You were looking at yourself. Anyway. The point is we did it, and I'm the greatest. And here's really good hero clicks. No. Show him to us.
But not as much as we would like. When we
Anyway. Good. Excellent. use of this. Rex says, you're making the same exact chin rubbing gesture as the Piotr you're watching. Oh, yes, that means I have a little bit of a beard right now. Rangwat says, still no V2 for your hardest moments. Poor choice of words in retrospective. Oh, puzzle genius. Wow, I can't believe sorry, I'm very strung out from the job interviews today. So my brain is not totally working. And Cake King. Yeah, we got to go back and do... I do want to go back and do Ultra Kill sometime. I mean, we can do a little... I think at the end of this, let's pull up like a Microsoft Paint and we'll do like some reflections on the year. But a good reflection in general is we didn't play enough different games. Anyway, we can get into that later. Because Unworthy is Supoib to me. I really like that game. It's between Supoib and Awesome, but for me, yeah, it was a good one. Next up is The Good Life. We played the DLC of The Good Life. So here's the thing. I'm not rating The Good Life right now. I'm rating the DLC for The Good Life, which, as I recall, was somewhere between basically good and competent. Yeah, wasn't crazy bananas about it. Although, talking of... can I just see my channel, please? Talking of... Oh, you can do it. Use your brain, Piotr. Remember the words that you want to say. Talking of videos that did better than other videos, I think the Good Life DLC video is one of the... I mean, all of these, the views are so low that it's, you know, any amount of noise could throw you off. But Behind the Secrets has 79 views. The DLC was kind of disappointing, TBH. Yeah, that's how I feel too. But now he's working on a game with Suda51, so that should be interesting to see what the hell that ends up being. I think it's called, Hotel something. I forget what, but it should be good. Well, let me do this real quick. Swery, Suda, Hotel, Barcelona. Okay, yeah. Hey, Sam the Geek, welcome. Wow, what a power couple. Definitely. I'm very excited to see a new game from Swery and Suda51, Hotel Barcelona. I believe it's about like a convention for serial killers or something like that. It's weird. I'm excited. Well, welcome to the Hotel Barcelona. Sam the Geek says, yes, Margot and I are a power couple. Thank you. Wow. Sam the Geek, we're ranking all the games that we played last year in a tier list right now. Rangot says, interesting. Yeah, I don't think we know very much about the game other than that. My understanding is they decided to make the game together, like, at some event they were both at. They were like, hey, want to make a game together? Let's call it Hotel Barcelona. And that was all the status of the game for quite a while, was just that they had met and said Hotel Barcelona. So, because I saw that tier list, but had to snag her a shout-out. Ah, gotcha. Very good, very good. Top tier shout-out. Supoib. Rengot says, I still need to get back to Signalis myself. Heard very high praise for it. Signalis, I'm going to probably give Signalis an A. My big criticism of it is... it's very hard to tell what's going on in the story. It's a game where it really feels like you would need multiple playthroughs to kind of work out everything that is happening. And, you know, you'd see different endings and stuff. But I don't want to play this game again. The gameplay for me is just not strong enough to warrant another playthrough. So I don't know, maybe read a wiki or something about it. I definitely played through it once. I did enjoy it. We played the whole thing. But I was disappointed at the end that I came away and was like, I have no idea what's going on. Renguet says, if the intro is very intriguing so far, it is pretty interpretive, I know. I guess maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just supposed to be open to interpretation. But like... yeah, I'm not going to play through it again to see the different endings. It's just the honest truth. Anything interesting that was happening on the channel during that time? This was the first game that we played with the overlay, and also I shaved for this, so... new overlay and new clean-shaven face. I think that's like the most clean-shaven I am in any of these thumbnails. Not to like fixate on that too much, but yeah. Okay. Next game was Evan's Remains. Evan's Remains, at the beginning, I was like, this is kind of a cool game. And it's a game that we played almost through to the end. But the further we got into Evan's Remains, the more stupid, frankly, it became. Giant Spatch says, I hated this game, lol. And Arax says, lol, I remember this stream. Yeah, this is a I don't want to play D's level. This is a D tier for me. I don't think it's worth playing. Worth it for anybody to play Evans Remains. Rex says, I remember trying to summarize the plot at the end of the stream because you were so mad about it. Oh, and Rangowitz says about Signalis. The gameplay does look like basic RE stuff, and it's what put me off from Signalis for a while. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool things that game does. I think it's very tense and very scary, and very intriguing. But yeah, the gameplay is not enough for me to go back through again. Evans Remains, yeah, is just so dumb. There are some people who think that Evans Remains is a really smart game, probably, and I feel sad saying it, but those people are dumb too. That is the opinion that a dumb person would have. Evans Remains, don't play it, skip it. The plot was insane, but kind of funny, but scary. Someone wrote that. Maybe that's too mean to say. Am I coming out too harsh on Evan Alrighty? Evans Remains? I just really didn't like it. Sparklight. We played Sparklight all the way through. Sparklight was the one that's kind of like a roguelike Zelda, top-down Zelda game. You are coming out accurately? Good, good, good. I really like Sparklight. I'd put it in awesome. Maybe between an A and a B. Because it's not like the most groundbreaking game in the world, but it's a really good version of what it is. I really enjoyed playing Sparklight. We played it all the way through. I think that is a point of praise for a lot of these games if we make it to the end. And Giant Spider says, oh, Sparklight was cute. And Ringo says, now with a theme like that, I think you can be harsh to it. Like, what the fuck was that? Yeah! For Evans Remains, yeah. For Sparklight, though, I'd put it at A tier. You can comfortably be there for now. And so everybody says, woohoo, I recommend Sparklight. Yeah, it was a good recommendation. It was also just like a really good, besides being like a good game, it was a really good game to stream on this channel, which is like a whole separate qualification. But yeah, it was a great suggestion for the stream. After this, we had Wargroove, which we played a couple of times, and I can't tell you how many times I have learned this same lesson and then refused to continue knowing it over and over, which is that turn-based strategy games are just not good to stream. Maybe if it was something super, super popular, like XCOM or something, but yeah. But like, kind of that top-down perspective, like Advance Wars or Heroes of Might and Magic or Wargroove or something else, they're just not good stream games. The screen looks the same the whole way through. If you click into any part of any of these streams, it always feels like we're looking at basically the same thing. And it's hard kind of to tell what's going on anyway, although that dog was pretty good. But anyway, this is like, if I'm looking at this, if I jumped in the stream and I'm looking at this, first of all, get a haircut. I gotta get a haircut. Current me does too, but this guy definitely needs to get a haircut. Like, what does this mean? Like, what are we looking at? This isn't interesting. But I think Wargroove is a very good game. So I'm gonna give it an A. I really like Wargroove. It's not a good game to stream, for at least on this channel. Maybe there's a channel where somebody goes really deep on strategy games or something and has a dedicated audience for that. But for this, that's probably a good note for the new year, is to actually learn to not do games like that on the stream anymore. Rangwet says, fun fact, the publishers of Wargroove is the same as Space Station 14. The Unity version of Space Station 13. That is weird. That's is it? Oh, it's the publishers. Okay. Still, though, so they might do more kind of disparate things if they're the publisher, not the developer, but still. Narrator, he would not learn. That's got to be a takeaway for this year, is don't do that again. Even though I love those games, yeah. Oh no. Okay, so the next game was another one that was requested. It was Starship Titanic. Now look, I'm about to be mean to Starship Titanic because I had a bad time playing it. John Spider says, IDK, you can stream whatever you want, especially if you like the game. Well, there is one. We've got to stream the War Machine game at some point. Because I love War Machine and we'll be able to bring out lots of the little toys. And it's dorky as hell. But I think that's like a special... There's like an extra layer we can have on top of that. Rangwet says it's even weirder considering Space Station 13 is open source and not owned by anyone. Oh, interesting. So they published a Unity version of it? That's weird. Starship Titanic is a beautiful gem that I dislike. Evocator says, I feel like when you stream games you are enjoying, it doesn't super matter. Okay, that's fair enough. And Giant Spider says, you should assign us points based on how well our recommendations were received, and I'll be in the negative for Starship Titanic. I'm going to put it at a C. I think if somebody came up to me and said, Starship Titanic, I played the hell out of it when I was a kid, it's one of my favorite games, I would totally respect that. For me, coming to Starship Titanic in the year 2023, I had a bad time. Yeah. Speaking of spaceships, next up we have Space Station 13. I think Space Station 13, it's a game that I do want to go back to at some point. It's not my favorite kind of game because it's kind of what I would call like a wiki game. It's a game with a lot of mechanics and stuff that like you're probably like you could experiment and learn to play the game that way, but you're probably best off reading a wiki or reading community forums or something. Rangwet says, Starship Titanic had great style and writing and very charming, but the gameplay is dog shit. Yes, this. Yes. Agreed. Anyway, Space Station 13, to me, a wiki game in the same way that maybe Don't Starve is, or as I've been looking at, like, Lethal Company, I feel kind of the same way. Sam the Geek says, SS13 has a lot of mechanics and explains none of them, but I'm intrigued by it, and I especially like the social aspect of it. I think Space Station 13, I wouldn't like as much if it was a single-player game. I know that would have to be a totally different game for that. But like a similar game that was single-player, I wouldn't be into. But I think having the chaos of all the people interacting with each other is super fun and super charming. I'm going to put it at a B for me. It's basically good, but I totally get why it would be higher for other people. Rangwet says, yeah, though in fairness, I will say Space Station 13, unlike something like Dwarf Fortress where you die without a wiki, you can have fun learning a lot without a wiki, and the roleplay stuff and others can teach. I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think being able to find somebody in Space Station 13 also and just being like, hey, I'm new, how do I be the janitor? And like it seemed like the community was pretty down to not just like flame you or whatever if you do that, but to actually be like, oh, here, you can ride along with me, I'll show you how to do my job. That I think does help a lot. We're building like a good little histogram of games here. That's a nice, like a peak there in the middle. A bell curve is the word that I'm desperately searching for. So that feels good. I feel like we're doing this the right way. Although obviously these are not all the same width. But Rangwet says, we may be evil, but we are also teachers. All my teachers have been evil. Next up, we have... Evocator says, it's weird that people consider Dwarf Fortress a wiki game. To me, because I've played it since like before wikis. Whoa! I guess with something that old, like NetHack or something would be like that now, right? I played a lot of NetHack as a kid, and it wasn't, or as like a teenager, and there wasn't like, or I wasn't aware of a wiki for it then. The literal meaning of grading on a curve. Okay, so next, Usenet game versus wiki game, lol. Next up we have, what was Side Quest and Other Falderall? We obviously played Wargroove in it. I just gotta take a quick look at what the hell this was. I love that name. Not a good searchability name, but a good name for a stream. Oh wait, we had an agenda, right? I saw it in the... Okay, today's agenda. Lose that Wargroove side quest from Sunday. Love Actually tier list. Oh, okay, it was a tier list stream. Watch the Crying Sons trailer. Humble sale shopping. Piotr, add more items to the agenda. Asking questions in the DF thread in SA. What is SA? No, something awful. Rangwet says, also I can 100% Lethal Company, not a wiki game. Actually, a big part is it's hidden and you don't know how the monsters work. And it's big. The fun is dying, not winning the game. I guess so. It might also just be that the people I've been watching play it don't do a very good, like, keep doing the same thing over and over and making the same mistakes over and over. So maybe I would have a different experience playing it, but it feels like one that I would feel frustrated playing. That, like, I don't think that I would figure out, oh, there's this monster that when it approaches you, you have to look at it and it'll start to go away from you, but don't look at it too long or it'll zip right back and murder you. I think that that's something that I would have a hard time figuring out organically. Rex says, oh yes! Love Actually tier list. Love Actually tier list. Christmas time. Oh my gosh. I really love Christmas. Rengot says, and a big part is learning overall. And Giant Spatch says, Baldur's Gate Act 3 is a wiki game? Really? I'm having lots of BG3 feelings. How do we rate Love Actually in the end? I actually just want to see this. Blah, 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 blah. We're ranking things. Here's a big troll. And also a hero clicks of a troll. Show me the tier list. Is this the finished list? Okay, so we had the best. Yep, that is the best. Old Davy Jones at the top, whose name I can't remember the actor's name. We've got, I can't see these people. Looks like we got Colin Firth, old Hugh Grant, and Liam Neeson. Pretty good. I'll take it. Unmemorable. It's perfect because I don't remember these people. Cuttable and prosecutable. I don't remember this movie well enough. Obviously, I need to watch Love Actually again because these thumbnails are not enough to tell me. Need to get to tier list of tier list stream. Bill Nye, thank you. Yes, that's the one. Rango says, TBH, more than another game, I would not want to play Lethal Company with a wiki person. Oh, because that would spoil so much of the chaotic fun by seeing it much more mechanical than reacting together to monsters and trying to communicate what the fuck is going on. Okay, maybe. Maybe if you could play it with the same, like, group of people. Also, Giant Spatcha was talking in binary code here in the chat. I just want to point that out. It's kind of a weird thing. I wonder why. I'm going to refuse to remember the context for that. I think Lethal Company could be fun if you had the same group of people to keep going back. Anyway, and like learning together. I wouldn't want to play it, for instance, with randos. Okay, so then we had Mercy, Sweet Mother of Mercy, the Trist, work in progress. I'm going to put this at don't want to play D's. We could play the Trist demo. This was a game jam game. In a sense, it was successful. We set a goal for, like, we wanted to write our own movement system and stuff and have a game with tight controls, but that's pretty much all we did. And a boss fight, right? But I was really not satisfied with the final product from that. I think of the game jams we've done, besides Cake King 3, which is our Half-Life 3 now, the Trist, I think, was a big disappointment for me. Or Friends in general. Oh, Lethal Company would be good with Friends in general, yeah. Giant Spider says, IDK, but I know it's a Flight of the Conchords reference. Don't know what triggered it. Oh, the binary? And Rangbot says, the Trice game was impressive for what it was, but due to the scale, it was by far our least fun game by quite a bit. I would actually agree with that. Let's look at itch.io. We could play it. The Trist. It won't take us long to get through, I don't think. This is now a Trist playthrough. So here's the Trist. Okay, we got space to jump. And I need a gun. Can I double jump? Okay. How do I play this game? So I've got my little gun here. Oh, there's some rats, I guess? This looks like some Unity-ass Unity game here. And Giant Spatch says it's a bit of binary from the song Humans Are Dead. We pick up another gun. Bam. A guy shot us. I do like the little gun fetching mechanic. It's kind of cute. Oh, okay, we're here. We've got this gun. Okay, so now we got to be careful because this guy's going to try to snipe us from up here. You can tell it's a well-designed game because you have to notice things off in little corners. And Rengot says, I think less enemy damage and speed, but more projectiles would have been better. Yeah, kind of closer to bullet hell and less of like a Hotline Miami or something. Oh, I like how he crouches. Wait, look at the green guy. I forgot about that. Crouch, you bastard. Well, that was a little weird, whatever he just did, but... Oh, he's got like the shotgun, I think. Summon it. Summon it to me. How do I switch guns? Okay. Tries could be good like Brotato alike, or Vampire Survivors. Giant Spatcha says, you can tell it's a well-designed game because you have to notice things off in little corners. Did you mean VG3? Rango says, because it plays more like a tactical FPS than a bullet hell platformer shooter. Alexis could be a good, like, potato-like, or Vampire Survivors. Is there a man here who's gonna kill me? Where'd he go? Okay, well, I guess we got him. And then we got the boss fight coming up, which we'll remember is the three-headed pig. Oh, God. Okay, he absolutely devastated me. Right, so we gotta watch him and look for our moment to run and get up to this little safe place. So he shoots the purples. We're not gonna dodge the purples. So it goes blue, which seems dodgeable. Green, which does not seem dodgeable. Okay, as soon as purple is over, we're going. Okay. Here comes the shotgun. We got one of his heads. I think we got the purple head, too, which is great. Wait. Oh, yeah! And don't forget, we can pick up the pig heads, of course, and use their weapons. Doesn't quite point the right way, but that's okay. Anyway, oh, there's one more enemy. It's a mouse. That's the tryst. That's the whole game. We're back at the beginning. D tier for me. Yeah. Yep. It might be fun to go back and try to do something bigger with that engine. I think, yeah, with some of the, I think Rangoet has the right idea for a good direction to push that gameplay into if we ever went back to it. Rangoet says, also the gun mechanic kind of just becomes a weapon wheel, which is underwhelming. I mean, scale made it like that. The scale of the game. But having floating guns doesn't really meaningfully mean anything. Yeah, I guess it lets you just pick up a gun from far away. If you could find some situations where that would be a more meaningful thing to do, maybe there's something there. But it's definitely a mechanic that we put in because it's in the comic. Anyway, D for Tryst. And F for Cake King 3, but someday it'll come out. We'll do it. I still believe. My computer broke, and it's been delaying me ever since. That's why I gotta get a job, so I can buy a new computer. That I can buy a new 2015 iMac to develop games on. Okay. Bam. The next thing that we did after... Rango says, maybe like guns have different weights, and they all need to weigh an amount to use them all at once. I think something like that too. Maybe if there was a way to shoot off all the guns at once or something. Yeah. But you're right. The way it works is just a weapon selection. Or the original idea of controlling them with a mouse. John Spetch says, state-of-the-art 2015 iMac. Oh, yeah! So that was our Trice reveal. Then we have Gods Will Fall. And this is another S-tier... S-tier stream title. This is... Help, I've godded and I can't get up. Gods Will Fall. Lord. Gods Will Fall I really liked. It was a little repetitive, though. And it felt very... like it. I thought it was super hard, but it felt just very, like, random whether we would get far in a run or not. John Spatch says, oh, I also hated that game, lol. Gods Will Fall looked like bad Dark Souls. This is one where I told myself I wanted to go finish it off stream. I felt like with a few more runs, I could... Because the other thing was I read in reviews people had of it that, like, basically, once you want to get to a run where you start winning, and then you just become more and more powerful and kind of snowball through the rest of the game. And I was like, I bet we could do that with a few more runs, but I didn't want to do it on stream. Rex says, oh yeah, that game seemed bad. Yeah, I put it at a C for competent. I think Rangoet is kind of hinting at exactly my feeling here, which is there's things like it that are just strictly better. Rex says, I remember watching the stream and everyone, including you, agreed it was bad, but you were still like, maybe it's good though. That sounds about right. Yeah. But maybe what if it isn't as bad as I'm feeling like it is? Oh, good. That haircut looks okay. But no, it wasn't good. And like you had these persistent characters, but they had no personality. They were all interchangeable and stuff. Yeah, that's a C tier for me, dog. Bam. What time is it, by the way? Oh, cool. Okay, good. We're being long-winded, but not too long-winded. Next up, we played Yoku's Island Express, which was the little pinball Metroidvania game. And here's my feeling about Yoku's Island Express. I think this is a wonderful idea. I think that it is a really cute implementation of that wonderful idea. but the game is too long for the amount of potential that idea has. That one looked creative and fun. Yeah, I was thinking about it actually today when I was putting together the list for this, and I was like, maybe if I played it in fewer longer sittings, like if I sat down and played this in 2 different sittings, maybe I would have been more likely to finish it. But it was one where just after 3 streams of it, I was like, do I really want to go back to more Yoku's Island Express? And the answer was no, so we didn't. For that reason, for me, it's at a B tier. Rex says, I beat it in like 2 to 3 sittings and finished it. I think that's the way to do it. I think trying to split it out over, it's not something that I want to play kind of episodically like that. Bam! Next, so we had Beyond the Mountains. Great, I heard this is good. Then we played some Peglin. Then we played Darksiders 2. Darksiders 2 was a game that I wanted to play on stream all the way through, because we played Darksiders 1 all the way through, and I really liked it. And I've played Darksiders 2 all the way through before, not on stream, and I liked it, even though it gets pretty repetitive. And then we went to stream it, and I was like, ooh, this game is really repetitive, actually. Oh, we're fighting the same guys over and over for hours and hours and hours. For this reason, I'm going to put Darksiders 2 at a B for basically good. If somebody put it lower, I think I'd have a hard time arguing with them. Rango says, Darksiders 2 is edgier DMC from what I saw. It was like Darksiders 1 was Zelda plus a little bit of Portal. Darksiders 2 was like DMC plus World of Warcraft plus Prince of Persia, weirdly. I do like the game. I think it's a good chill-out game. It's a game that if I worked like a really stressful job, maybe I would want to play it to unwind at the end of the day. And just, it's kind of the opposite of Yoku's Island Express. I think it's a game that I'd want to play over a really long period of time that's just kind of cozy. But I didn't want to play it all the way through on stream. So we stopped. Anything else to say about Darksiders 2? While we were playing it, I guess this is probably a good time to do this. While we were playing it, I was like, I wonder if there's Darksiders HeroClixes, because it seemed like the kind of thing that might have a HeroClix tie-in. And we learned that there's the Darksiders 3 came with like a board game with little painted miniatures. And I looked into it at the time and I was like, this is too expensive. I can't buy this game. We looked at it on eBay and stuff because you could only get it in this huge collector's edition of Darksiders 3 that was like a big coffin. But anyway, so I put it on the back of my mind and I kept watching it on eBay. And after a while, I finally saw a listing with the price that I was satisfied with. So we've got it. We've got it here today. Let's open it up. Oh. This is Darksiders, The Forbidden Land. Rangoon says, no, did Fyodor make bad financial decisions again? Oh, yeah! Yeah, I bought this. I've been sitting on this for months, actually. Just waiting for the right time to talk about it. And I think this is the right time. Let's go to the big camera. Let's open this bad boy up. Big camera, big camera. Okay. Can we put this down? Hell yeah! We're gonna do this like this. Will you sit on the little stream deck thing? Perfect. Is this good where you can't see my face? It doesn't matter. Let's take a look at it. Oh, and I mashed the keyboard with the box. First thing. So this is the thing. I was going to do this stream on the little table we have back here, but I was like, I don't want to set that up. And now I am super regretting that. So let's take it off. Let's make this worth a lot less to start. Let me turn off this, there's a light that we use for illuminating the HeroClix normally, but it's giving us a ton of glare. Give me a second. Let me get that keyboard out of the way. In Soviet Twitch, content blocks Pyotr's face. This is the day Pyotr's been waiting for. Oh yeah! Let me just turn this off. Can we see that better now? Oh yeah, that's way better. We'll turn it back on when we do the featured HeroClix maybe. So I haven't looked at this at all. Obviously, Pyotr needs a wireless keyboard. It's fine. I obviously haven't looked at this at all. It's been shrink wrapped. It's been under a bed. I got in a little bit of trouble for buying it because I'd sworn a solemn oath to not buy any more little toy men. And then I bought this, and it was a huge box, but it's fine. Okay, so there's some things we can punch out. that are little hexagons and tokens and stuff. Let's not do that right now because that's going to be a big mess. I think that we know that the real prize here is going to be damaged corner is minus 20%. Maybe that's why it was... that might be... Is there a ding on the box? That might be why it was cheaper than other listings. I can't remember. Let's see here. So, okay, there's a bunch of great stuff in here. How are we going to show you this the right way? Here's what I'm looking at in this box right now. This is super professional, the way that we're doing this. Everybody loves this and doesn't throw up when we do our Blair Witch style camera work. So first of all, this manual looks sick. Rangwat says, you need to somehow do a board, card, or tabletop game with the community someday. You need an overhead cam. We've done overhead cam in the past, honestly, just by putting a camera on top of this desk lamp and pointing it down. Maybe we could do that. I'm thinking about it. It's fine. Let's just look at these little guys, because I want to keep the other camera in HeroClix mode so we can look at these guys. Oh, we got some dice. Some of these dice are pretty chunky and cool. They've got Roman numerals on them. 1, 2... and then there's just some regular dice as well. There's some little plastic cubes we've got in here. These look like, I think these are just plastic baggies to put some of the components in. There's a buttload of cards, or decks of cards, in this game that I'm just going to set aside here. Sorry, my camera work I know is not phenomenal at the moment. Let's just set those aside. I assume these are decks for like the different horsemen. Shadow Clone. Strife summons a Shadow Clone with symbol in an adjacent available space. You may spend an additional symbol for plus symbol each. The Shadow Clone may be moved and makes attacks by discarding cards exactly as the player controls Strife. The Shadow Clone is armed with the same weapons as Strife. Seems pretty cool. Yeah, we gotta play this someday. Reachcamera.logi.com. True. I would love to do like a board game thing sometime. It might be something we could do like in Tabletop Simulator or something. The other thing is I bought here I am. I bought the Dark Souls card game and have been playing it, and I have a lot of feelings about it because there are things that I think are really good about the Dark Souls card game and things that I really don't like about the Dark Souls card game, and I need a forum to talk about that in. So maybe we'll try to find a way to do real in-life board games, and maybe we can find a way to do virtual board games too sometime. Okay, but this is not why we're here. We're here because this is supposed to have pre-painted miniatures, right? I'm just going to put all this stuff on the floor. Good. It's one of these things where, like, maybe I'm hurting the value of this or whatever, but I'm never gonna divest of this. Video essay, not a bad idea. Okay, so can we see, look at all the little men who are coming with this. These are all little painted men. They're looking pretty good to me. We'll put the horsemen up on the big camera. Rangwat says only Piotr gets a card game of a video game he hasn't played and is like the spiritual successor of. I can justify this. I really like Steamforged Games. Steamforged Games, the company that made it. And it was on sale on their website in a Black Friday sale for cheapy. That is a game where, here I am, it's my face again. There is the base game and one expansion that are pretty cheap and easy to get. And there's one expansion that was like a Kickstarter exclusive or something, which is impossible to get. So I've got my little eyes out for it, but I'm not going to... That's a similar thing where I'm not going to buy it at the price that I would have to pay, sort of by default. Let's not put all the cardstock components on a water bottle. Okay, so anyway, so we got like... Here's a little monster guy here. He's pretty cute. Let's go to the HeroClix camera real quick to take a look at these guys. Bam! Now, of course, we do have the problem of he's not that well illuminated, but he's a familiar little Darksiders enemy right there. These painted models actually look pretty good in terms of their paint job. Oh, let me turn on that thing again. Rickett says, fair, I can give you lore context if you've ever showed that. I think that would be why that would be a fun one to stream also. I think it'd be fun as somebody who, like, doesn't know the lore of the game to kind of have the community help fill that in. I think would be interesting. Can you please find your light? Find your light, baby. That'll do. Yeah, kind of a cool miniature. Let's see if we can find the horseman. There's also a really big mini here as well. Rangwat says, I used to spend so long in Dark Souls stuff. There's somebody big and chunky here. So let's take a look at them. And Giant Badger says, that Hugo Weaving statue isn't looking very beady-eyed. That's a good point. I think I have googly eyes here. We can amend this right now. I think these are actually the same packet of googly eyes that he was originally be-googled by. Let's just go to the big camera for that real quick. Where's my keyboard? Oh, I put it up over here for some reason, like in a crazy person. Oh, have we not been looking at the HeroClix camera that whole time? Sorry. We were supposed to be looking at this person. Lord. Good plan. Well executed Twitch stream. Now we're actually going to go back here. Giant Badge said, I learned that A24 sells official everything everywhere all at once. Google eyes. Fun. Feels like they would be the same or at least difficult to distinguish from regular googly eyes. You know what? We're going to work on this. This is going to... I just trimmed my fingernails today, so I'm not going to be able to peel off this backing paper, but we will deal with that before the next stream because that is an important point. I don't want to get even further off the rails here, especially if I do not have the fingernails to do this right now. Anyway, there's something big in this box. Let's find out what it is. This is very exciting. I'm actually really thrilled with... You would think that, like, the board game that they put in the friggin', deluxe version of the game box would be kind of a cheapy thing. But I'm actually very impressed with the quality of these components here. Oh, he's so cool! Look at that big boy! Oh, my word. Rangot says, the core Dark Souls, I'll say, is one of the human self. Who we are, represented by a dark shadow of a flame. Dark Souls, being hidden, warped, and challenged by ambition, represented by the light of the flame. Interesting. Okay, and there's some guys in here who look like littler versions of him as well. But let's put that big boy back over here, and let's try to get our 4 horsemen, because that's what we're here for, right? I'm just going to leave a big mess on the floor to deal with later. So, in order of Dark Souls games, actually, these guys are sick. Here is War. Let's put him under the magnifying glass, and then we'll look at them all together. Rabbit says, then they just repeated that plot for all the games and spiritual successors. I see. War looking fucking dope, actually. Pardon my French. And Giant Spider says, I'm so glad you bought this. Next up, we have my favorite horseman, which is Death, who also, these are really nice, actually. I'm really impressed with the manufacture of these. That is a pretty sweet little model. Then we have Fury, who you play as in Darksiders 3, which if we ever wanted to play another Souls-like game, we could check out someday. Orc Hour, oh yeah! She looks pretty cool with her whip there. That's again, these are well done. I'm sort of shocked. And then Strife, who I haven't played his game. I haven't played Darksiders 4, so I don't know what his deal is. But yeah, there you go. There's our Darksiders. They look friggin' great. War especially, that model is just fantastic. And we got the big orange guy and everything. I'm very pleased with what we got here. I'm gonna set this all down on the floor and clean it up later. But wow. I'm blown away. This is really great. Genuinely. Wow. All right. We will repack this later, and I will hope that I don't step on all these things. OMG, he looks like Beelzemon. A Digimon, I take it? I've been watching stupid Instagram reels of a guy doing, design meetings for the different Digimon, and they're so good. It's like, what if we made a guy with just, guns on it? Please look up Beelzemon and then look at the picture of Strife. Okay, we're going to do it. Window 1, bam. Beelzemon. Regwat says, these are very detailed. Yeah, they're nice miniatures. Oh my god, he really does. Yep. I see it. I definitely see it. Let's get that back on him. Very cool set. Agreed. Makes me wish I had gotten the deluxe edition. Actually, probably not. I think it was probably still cheaper to buy this separately. But even then, if I'd bought the deluxe set at the time it came out. I don't know if that's true. It doesn't matter. We have it now, and that's pretty cool. Bam. I gotta play that sometime. Rangot says, I'm excited to see the Dark Souls set. So the thing about Dark Souls is they have the same company, Steamforged Games, makes a Dark Souls miniature game. Oh my god. Oh, they also make an Elden Ring game that I did not kickstart. But they have a Dark Souls the board game, which has some cool little, although I think unpainted miniatures, which you can see a tiny version of there. Can we see bigger boys of those, please? Images. Steamforged Games, Dark Souls. But the game that I have is the card game, so it's all just cards. There's no... oh, they did a role-playing game, too. That's weird. Yes, these are unpainted miniatures. There's some of them. And Redwood says, I hope they have a lot of very creative designs and not all the armored people. Yeah, but the card game is literally just cards. But it's kind of fun. It's got some interesting mechanics. Anyway, all of this is to say... Darksiders 2 is an S-tier game. Sorry, whatever I said before was wrong. They successfully bribed me with their excellent board game. Let's see. Anything else I wanted to grab here while we're here to put in the... Oh yeah, Gods Will Fall, though, crucially, even though it wasn't a great game, it is where we first discovered airgas.com, which has become a very precious thing to me. I love to think about airgas.com. And also why I bought Propel that one time. And I can report that Propel is still not very good. Where is Airgas? I saw it in the thumbnail, you bastards. I don't know why YouTube would do this to me and hide the airgas.com segment of the stream. There it is! Got Propel. Can we buy Argon? Oh, we should buy some Argon. You can just buy Argon. Price not available, but I bet you could work it out. Rangwet says, I do not remember Airgas. Giant Patch says, deluxe game sets I have regretted buying. Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations, Uncharted 3. Deluxe game sets I have not regretted buying. Final Fantasy 15. Oh, that sounds dope. Did they come with the car and a recipe for noodles or something? What other gases can I buy? What the hell? I forgot about airgas.com. This delights me. You just buy some Argon. Okay, good to know. Anyway, airgas.com is S tier. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, what did we play next? So that was Mercy, Darksiders 2, which we never finished and we won't finish, but maybe we'd play Darksiders 3 sometime. Let me save this image real quick. And then we'll go here. Let me choose a file real quick. Let's put when we built the post office here. That's going to go as a GIF too. That was a stream where we built a model post office. I have actually more of these models to do. And would love to do these again sometimes. Although this company's instructions never improved. I've done a few of these models from this company now, and the instructions are always a nightmare. But the final product is pretty good. Rangwet says, Fallout has the weirdest deluxe sets. They just have, like, crackers in an old-style box. John Spatch says, sometimes they have a helmet, I think. You could get, like, the Halo helmet from Halo 3. Is that still a contemporary reference? And Rangwet says, the arm machine clock is cool, though. Let's see what our post office looked like at the end. Yeah, this was a fun stream to do. I'd love to do something like this again sometime. We can build... I have a brothel that's called the Cat House and has big cat ears on it. So I think that would be a fun one to do. John Spatcher says, oh, maybe that is what I'm thinking of. I think, like, didn't a Modern Warfare version have, like, night vision goggles and stuff? I don't know. They get pretty weird. I got skinny little arms, huh? We gotta work on that. That's another thing to work on in 2024. Jeez! Okay, but that was the post office. After we did the Let's Build a Post Office stream, we played the Dangeresque, the Roomisode Triungulate. And listen... I love Dangeresque. I love Strong Bad. I love Homestar Runner. But, like, almost especially I love Dangeresque, even among that stable of characters. Dangeresque in the Roomisode Triungulate, it was very nostalgic to me, but if I'm being 100% honest, did not blow me away. It felt like what it is, which was like one of the Flash games that they would have had on their site back in the day. Oh, Rangwet says they did have a power helmet, which has completely lost its meaning in the series, but whatever, don't get me on that rant. Alright, fair enough, we'll keep you off it. But I liked it. I mean, for me, Dangerous the Rumisode Triangulate, it's somewhere between a B and a C, where I'm going to put it at a C, honestly. I think if you want a fixin' of strong bad stuff, I wasn't really impressed with their other strong bad adventure games either, to be honest, which I think were from Telltale. I played some of those and wasn't crazy about them. I think if you have a hankering for some strong bad, go to the Homestar Runner YouTube channel and watch some old strong bad emails. That's the right way to do that. Bam! Then we played... No, it's better than a C? Alright, we'll put it at a B. We'll put it at a B. Just from nostalgia. Next we played Tales and Tactics. This was that little auto battler game that was also a roguelike that we played. This is a game, I don't know why I'm so red in this stream, but something red was happening in the room, I guess, at the time. This is a game that I played a lot of off-stream, actually. Let's look at Steam real quick and just see what my playtime on this is. Tales and Tactics? Tales and Tactics. I have 15 hours in this game, which I know is low for most people, but for me is high for a game, especially one that we only played like an hour or two of on stream. Rangot says, I didn't see that stream. It's cool. It's an auto battler like auto chess or something with a little Slay the Spire kind of structure attached to it. I had a really good time playing it. I was a little bit addicted to it for a while. And so we played it. The Ottoman Empire. Fantastic. For me, I'm gonna put that at a... I'm gonna put that at a B because there's a similar kind of a game that I want to save and put it an A. That kind of goes into the same sort of category in my mind. So I'm going to put Tales and Tactics at a B. It's a good game. I played a ton of it when it came out. I haven't really looked at it much since then, though, to be honest. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so we're not at Skyrim yet. Next we played Tanuki Sunset, which was the skateboarding raccoon game. And it's a C. I love the idea. God, we just can't get a good skateboarding animal game on this channel. Skatebird was really a disappointment. Tanuki Sunset was kind of a disappointment. It had kind of a fine core gameplay, but there was really nothing else besides that. And it was just kind of a lot of the same thing. I guess it was sort of challenging, but there wasn't enough going on to make me want to master the skill of being really good at Tanuki Sunset, and so we stopped playing. Bam, that's Tanuki Sunset. Not a ton to say about that one. Rangoet says, Space Station 13 being here this stream reminds me I need to go there before Christmas ends to make an eggnog bar. Now that I know you can, get weird fucking eggs as the rancher. Like an egg that breaks space-time. That is an extremely unusual egg. I think I am yet to encounter one of those in my life. Actually, we played Tales and Tactics 3 times. I guess I didn't realize that. The next game that we played, which we played for something like 3 full months, was Skyrim. I like Skyrim. Listen, I know what's bad about Skyrim. It's very easy for me to say the combat is nothing, and a lot of the main quest is not very interesting, and a lot of the side quests are also not very interesting, and there's a lot of just quick traveling around the map, but I really liked Skyrim. I had a good time. Again, this is another one we played through to the end of the main quest at least, because I didn't want to just piece out of it. Yeah, I like it a lot. This is a game that is super well known, super like a meme that it's because it's been so, kind of played and overplayed. But sometimes popular things are popular because they're good, and I do think this is a case of that. Rango says, wait, I hope the clown chicken eggs contains the clown disease that turns people into clowns? Oh no! Gingivitis! If you have gingivitis, you're a clown. Brush 'em. Okay. After Skyrim, we played AI Dungeon. Now, we played AI Dungeon 2 times. If we had only played it the one time on Halloween, Skyrim was an unwise bird request. I guess that is a good thing. Just my voice cracked because I'm 14 years old. I guess that is a good thing about the games we played this year, is I think we did do a lot of requested games. And I feel good about that. I like it when we're able to play games that people requested. Probably the most played by hours Light Snack Redemption. True, a very good deal. AI Dungeon, yeah, we played it on Halloween and it broke. I would have put it at a D, but when we played it again, what was the other AI Dungeons this year? At Halloween we played it, and then we played it again later, just like last week, right? But both times we used the same prompt. It was the vampires whatever prompt. But then it came into like the cancer serum prompt, or the cancer serum story in the end. But basically we just had a bunch of failed attempts to do AI Dungeon on Halloween because it kept breaking down. I'm putting it at a C. I think it's still fun to do AI Dungeon. I'd consider doing it again next year for sure. But you need like an extra prop or an extra something to make it interesting. I think having like the little role-playing game with the character sheets and the dice and stuff, I think that makes it a more interesting game to play to me. But there's still, I think we haven't gotten to the end of it yet. I think we haven't run out of fun things to do with AI Dungeon. Rangoet says it was not that crazy. It was not as crazy as the transition of Titus Crow, for sure. Let's look at this here. So bam, 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 bam. We played some more Peglin. Oh, we played some Skyrim. Oh, and then we played Hexarchy. So this is, my god, the game that I said Tales and Tactics kind of makes me think of. Or kind of makes me think of Tales and Tactics. Hexarchy is Civilization, but a roguelike deck builder. Lord. I really, really like this one, though. I think it's possible that somebody who's more into Civ games actually wouldn't like this as much, but as somebody who usually doesn't have the patience to sit down and play for 8 hours and then come in second to last place in a game of Civ, I really like Hexarchy. It's a lot quicker. It was just easier for me to get my head around. Ranguet says, I will never get over how it interpreted as Titus Crow transitioning into a crow. Oh yeah! All about turning into birds. I will admit, I did not see that coming either. It looks like we missed one. We missed Ring of Pain, which we played on the same day as AI Dungeon. Ring of Pain's a funny one. The more that I play Ring of Pain, the less I like it. I'm going to put it at a C. I really liked it when I first started playing it, but it kind of feels like all the runs are sort of the same. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm less hot on Ring of Pain every time we play it. Which brings us to our last game here. So then we finished up Skyrim. Here's all the Karens from that one stream. Ring of Pain has a great style, but it looks rather small in content. I think that's probably true. Yeah. I guess we could have put the Octofate system. We're just going to file that under AI Dungeon, but you can see me flipping through the papers there, because we did technically play that game too. Sort of. We combined it with AI Dungeons. Oh, look at the standardized Karens in chat! Oh, thank you, Giant Spatula. What a blessing. The last thing we played, literally 2 days ago, I Keep Demon! There's a typo in the name. I guess it could be considered to be a pun, but no. This is supposed to be I Keep Dreamin', and that's... oh, what an embarrassment. This is the Dreamcore demo. We played this on Sunday. It's cool. It's a lot like the back rooms. You're walking around this kind of liminal space. And Giant Spatcher says, I thought that was intentional. Ugh, brutal. Absolutely brutalized. I really like... It was a definite change of pace from other games that we played, which I enjoyed, to be honest. And I thought the demo was like the perfect length for a stream, too. This is one that I'd consider coming back to if it had a full release. And maybe spacing out playing the different rooms if there's an option to do that. But I like this one a lot. Rangot says, Dreamcore I thought would be not so great stream, hence I didn't really recommend it as a stream, but it ended up great, TBH. You reacted a lot to it. I had a good time with it, yeah. I know that like it's a walking simulator, basically, but and in a way there's 2 puzzles in the game, or in the demo, but I had a good time with it. I thought it was pretty good. And for that reason, I'm gonna put this at A tier. I liked it. Maybe I just don't know this genre well enough. Maybe there's other stuff in the genre I would like better, but I really enjoyed it as a change of pace. And Rangoet says also, I got some clips of your Dreamcore stream. I saw at least one of them in the Discord. Looked pretty good. I was very scared at the end. Yeah, I was very uneasy is maybe the better word. is more the way that game makes me feel than outright scared. Man, oh man, oh man. But this takes us to nice distribution. Yeah. I guess I wonder how much that's, yeah, kind of self-determining. Oh, and Giant Spatula has redeemed today's featured hero clicks that, like, we end up building it out to be a good distribution. But no, I think that that's probably about right. Let's take a look at today's featured hero clicks. The Cloud Room friends were lovely. Oh, so nice. Today's featured hero clicks is not any of these, although they're sick as hell, and definitely at least one of them is going to find a place on the shelf behind me after this stream. But today's featured hero clicks, I wanted to share. This was a gift that I received. This is Frostclaw the Snowman from WizKids. I think this is a hero clicks, but if it's not a hero clicks, we'll find a different hero clicks. But I wanted to look at this. It is the 2020 promotional figure. Rangwet says, you shaped it like a dick! Oh my god, what would Freud say? But yeah, he's a scary snowman. I'm down for that. It's 2020 in this time, but today it's 2023. Thank God. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm really fried from it's been a long day. Let's take a look at Frostclaw the Snowman. Oh, he's not a hero clicks. Okay, we'll get a hero clicks also. But first, let's take a look at this guy. Looks cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. He's a spooky little snowman. We can find something to do with this guy. He's probably a good candidate to go on the shelf behind me, too. Cool. Frostclaw the Snowman. Not a whole lot to say. He's bigger than our standard size Karen by a fair margin. Always love a spooky snowman. Reminds me of the movie Jack Frost, which, not the Jack Frost that you're thinking of, the other Jack Frost, which is a horror movie, and which you don't need to see. Good candidate for a Karen transplant. Oh, true. Maybe we could just make a little red jacket for him to put on top. Yeah, you don't need to see Jack Frost, but I've seen Jack Frost, and it reminds me of this miniature. Don't see Jack Frost. This isn't Skyrim. Hey, Larry Berndorf, welcome. We're ranking games today on a tier list, but I think we're all actually about to wrap up, unfortunately. This is all the games that we played this year. But real quick, just because I don't want that to be too much of a cop-out, let's get a real hero clicks in here. Like this one. Bam! Today's featured hero clicks is Maria Hill, who I found out is a mayor. Like, did you make the snowman? No, it's a little promotional figure I just opened up. I didn't make this one. I wish. Ugh. This is Maria Hill. Maria Hill is a mare. She has her hands behind the back. She looks like she's ready to go into combat, but there you go. Rangwet says, it is. It's the new graphics and bonus content. The Ultra Special Mega Edition. Oh, of Skyrim. It's so realistic. Where are her arms? Her arms are back there. She's got them tucked behind her back. Yeah, phew. Could you imagine if she was just... I mean, there's no reason that a mare needs to have both arms, but it would be funny if they had no arms mare. I was about to ask why she has no arms, lol. Yeah, I don't really know what her deal is, but she's some kind of an undercover person who poses as a mayor or something in the comics. I thought it was cool. We don't have a lot of people posed with their hands behind their back like that. Let's take a look at her compared to our standard size Karen real quick, and I think we'll find that the standard is the standard for a reason. Bam! Exactly equal. So don't even worry about it. Standard size Karen, they're not exactly equal. She's a little taller than standard size Karen. I realized that was not actually sitting on her head. On the camera, it really looks like she has no arms. Rangwet says, I've seen stranger mares in caves of Kud than armless. Are there mares in that game? That's pretty cool. She's self-conscious about her butt. Oh, she's covering it up. Oh my god, true. We used to rate the butts of the HeroClixes, but we'd say how thick they were, because some of the old HeroClixes have really cartoonishly big butts, and it was pretty funny, but I felt uncomfortable about it. It seemed not classy, so we don't do that anymore. But in this case, we would have a butt mystery on our hands. Anyway, Snowman has a dump truck. He sure does. Maria Hill, crucially, is 45 points, and also she is today's featured HeroClix, so... Now you know. Oh, we're at the end of the stream here. I think let's just wrap this up for today. Ringwith says one mayor was a worm who multiplied loads and shared one psychic mind. That's kind of cool. I like a hive being like that. Gotta be classing on the stream where you build the brothel kit. True. What did the kids say? Yat. I don't know what the kids say. I mentioned I was in a job interview today, and I was talking to there's people at a startup, and the people working there are all very young, including like the founding team and stuff. And I was talking to one of the founders at the end in like the last kind of wrap-up interview, and he was like, "Yeah, we really like that you have kind of a more experienced profile." And I was like, "You can just say I'm old." I didn't say that to him, but in my mind I was like, "You can just say you think that I'm old. I'm not that old, but I'm older than you, and that's okay." You don't have to say experienced. Anyway, job, yuck. Yeah, agreed. I can think of no better way to finish this stream. In the spirit of Christmas, I don't have a Christmas cracker, but I do have the things that you would find inside a Christmas cracker. So I think we need to put on a little paper crown and blow a little horn, and say goodbye to another year. You're so old. I know. Just say I have one foot in the grave. You can say it. Let me get this so this looks good on my head. Yeah, that looks really good right there. Born before 9/11. True. Ringwet says about Caves of Kud, not a mayor but once had a ward and highly trained guard for the town who is a lump of fungi who leaks sap. They lack arms and legs and anything to fight. He should have gone for mayor if he has no arms. That's all the qualifications you don't need. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a year. 2023. Jughead energy. What a reference. Was not expecting an Archie reference on this stream. Looking forward to another one. Really broad notes. Next year I want to play more games. I want to make sure that we do more game jams. I still need to tweak how we do that, but I want to do more of that. I'm a little disappointed looking at this that we only had the Trist this year. But yeah, more games. I think things to keep doing. I like playing games that are suggested by the community. I think you all have done a good job of suggesting games that are good to stream. Larry Bird says Spatula must be old as hell too. But yeah, anyway, happy holidays, happy new year, and I didn't even make a noise! Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you maybe in the new year. Maybe we'll do an ad hoc stream before that. But in any case, if you watch this live, thanks so much for watching. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.